Tonight, Jacksonville City Council will meet for the first time under new leadership. One of the first items introduced will involve creating that new public safety position.
News 4 Jax reporter Brianna Andrews is joining us now live. Brianna, the new position will address overall security concerns at City Hall and other public buildings.
Council members are considering hiring a council security officer. The officer will oversee safety for council members and their staff. It also includes implementing a security risk management plan for City Hall and other locations that City Council uses for community meetings or events. Now, in the proposed ordinance, council members specifically highlight increased threats to public officials and employees statewide and nationally. It also cites concerns raised by more than a dozen employees about interactions at council meetings. In December, someone shot through the fourth floor window of the mayor's office at City Hall. According to a City Hall source, the window of the mayor's office was found shattered when the blinds were lifted. It's unclear exactly when the shooting happened, but a city council staffer found several 9mm bullet casings in James Weldon Johnson Park after that shooting. Now, Florida also passed a new constitutional carry law, which no longer requires gun owners to obtain a concealed weapons license. Now, these are just a few reasons as to why some city council members are pushing for heightened security measures. Now, if the bill moves forward, the personnel committee, will appoint the council security officer. A new security plan will be created to reduce potential threats around City Hall. And the sheriff will oversee a separate location for City Council to hold meetings outside of City Hall in case of threats. Now, a decision is not expected to be made on this proposal tonight. Tonight's meeting begins at 5. Reporting live, Brianna Andrews, Channel 4, the local station.
All right, Brianna, thank you so much. Meantime, the city has some extra money to spend, nearly $65 million in COVID-19 relief funds, or lose the money.
News 4 Jax reporter Jim Pickett shows us where most of it will be going.
During the pandemic, the city and federal government paid for many things: testing sites, and remember those stimulus checks, and help for those who had trouble paying rent. 2 years ago, Jacksonville received over $350 million from the feds for some of those programs, and another $160 million in the CARES Act. Most of that has been spent, but now the city is working to spend the rest. There's nearly $65 million remaining, and so as not to lose it, the city has to spend it. So a good portion of that leftover COVID money is coming right here to UF Health Jacksonville, and it will be used for people who need medical assistance. A total breakdown of how it's going to be spent, though, is not available at this time. Right now, the Mayor's Budget Review Committee is slating $40 million of that money for UF Health, $15 million to help the underserved, the other $25 million for the hospital building itself.
That's our building, and basically the old University Hospital, Shands, is a city building, so $25 million goes to maintenance and rehab of that.
Other parts of that leftover COVID money is going elsewhere. $10 million for city employees' health care premiums to help hold down the cost of insurance, which we pay as taxpayers. And $13 million is going to help pay for some of the recommendations that the mayor's transition task force is going to be recommending.
They're looking at crime prevention, they're looking at infrastructure, all the things that the American Rescue Plan was really designed to help with.
And with this money, the city says it won't have to borrow money to make needed improvements. It's more of a pay-as-you-go plan. Jim Pickett, Channel 4, the local station.
Mayor Donna Deegan is asking the City Council to consider an ordinance to block who can get a license for an ice cream truck. It would require anyone who wants to renew or get a new ice cream truck operator permit to be fingerprinted for a criminal background check. The move is to help prevent registered sex offenders and predators from driving the trucks. It would also remove applicants with certain driving offenses like reckless driving or DUI.